Hi, good evening everyone. Carol, Chris. It's such an honor to be here tonight with two such amazing, fierce women like yourselves. I'm speechless almost after Carol. I own Silver Sands Recovery. It's a drug rehab in, of all places, Prescott, Arizona. I didn't always own a drug rehab, but like Forrest Gump once said, life is like a box of chocolate and you never know what you're going to get. And 8 years ago, I discovered my daughter at the age of 16 was doing drugs. And I was like a deer in headlights. I had no idea what I was in for or what I was dealing with. But I knew that my life was changing right before my eyes. And it was an incredible journey. From the age of 16 to 18, I just wanted her to get out of bed and graduate and go to school. That's where my mind was. I was the parent that did everything wrong, basically. I enabled her. I begged her. I said, well, you come from a good family. I got tutors. I didn't understand what I was facing. And things just got worse and worse before all of our eyes. The best years of my life professionally, I grew a company from 0 to 60 million in the fashion industry, with the absolute worst years of my life personally. I saw my daughter change before my eyes, and I was helpless. And I didn't understand, like I said, what I was dealing with. At the age of 18, I kicked her out of my house. I kicked my own daughter out of my house because life became unbearable to have her there. And I tried to force her to go to rehab, and that was the only way I can get her to go, by kicking her out of my house when she was faced with being homeless. That's called nowadays bringing bottom up to the addict. From 18 to 21, my life played out like a horrible movie. I watched my daughter go from rehab to rehab. She went to 12 different rehabs. 12 different rehabs and relapsed every single time. In fact, she came home from a rehab once after only 30 days of being in one, withdrawing from Suboxone, and I had no idea. This kid just didn't have a damn chance. So, like anything I've been dealt with in life, I said I am going to figure out a way to beat this. I am not going to let this kid go. And she was, make no mistake, going before my eyes. So I immersed myself in the addiction industry because I wanted to know, what could I do better? What can be done? Why do these rehabs only last 30 days? Why does relapse occur so often? Why kept blaring in my head? So I immersed myself, and I traveled across the country to some of the best rehabs across the country, and I figured out what can be done to make things a little bit better. After 3 horrible years of going to all these different rehabs, I got my kid literally 3,000 miles away across the country to a place in Arizona, Prescott, Arizona, where things were done differently there. See, most of the rehabs that she went to in Florida were only 30 days, and everybody knows heroin addiction is just horrible. It takes longer than 30 days to get better. You need to be away from it all because, like, look, if she went to rehab in New Jersey, and she did, well, guess what? It's so easy to walk out, so she didn't have a chance. And so I went to Prescott, Arizona, of all places, and I found they did things differently there. They actually put clients in houses, not apartment-like structures where they check in on you in these like motel-like structures in Florida. They actually put you in a house with a house manager where you can have great supervision. They had programs that lasted longer than 30 days. And it clicked, something worked there, and I saw for myself firsthand that I can do this. I can deliver a rehab that was a 90-day program. I can get these kids out of New Jersey, across the country, and I can give them a chance to kick this damn awful heroin and this horrible addiction that they're faced here. And I did it. I created Silver Sands Recovery because now, 2 years later, my daughter, against all odds, I got her here on a plane at the age of 21 to Arizona with no ID. She had no ID. Her face was bleeding from picking at it. Her hair was matted. She was dirty. I got her on a plane with no ID. I talked her way through it. I brought her high school diploma with me across country, and I promised her after I left her there, I'm going to visit you once a month. I am not leaving you here. I will visit you once a month, and I did. And I came out there. March 6th, coming up next week, will be her 2 years sober today. 2 years sober. And if I tell you, it was by the grace of God, it was a combination of her losing all of her ID, from finding a place in Arizona, to hitting bottom, to all of those things. And it's a miracle she did it. And so today, I created Silver Sands Recovery for people just like me, just like us, just like all of us in this room, who are faced with horrible addiction and want their kids to get better. So you need to get away from it all. You need to get your kid into a good place that actually cares about them, put them in a structured environment, and also teach them how to live life again. Because guess what? They can, but it takes time. And what we're doing, nobody else is doing, because guess what? They're living in a structured environment, and after having a couple of months of therapy and being in clinical help and being with the best medical directors, we take them to get jobs. We take them to 12-step meetings. We take them to get a sponsor. We take them to work out. We take them for sports. We take them to do all the things. So by the time they leave our treatment facility, they know how to live a sober life and enjoy it. So that's what we do. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for having me here tonight, and it's an absolute honor. Thank you.